2 years ago, I created my first ever YouTube Nuzlocke video. It was a humble beginning, choosing to play in the region of my childhood, Johto. We beat the Elite Four after collecting all 8 badges and decided to cut forth through the post-game Kanto region. It dawned on me a few days ago that the story hadn't actually been concluded, and for posterity reasons, I'm bringing it back so we can all witness the road to red on Mount Silver. This is the final chapter of the randomized Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke. Having just beat Erica and earned our last badge, our team consisting of Machamp, Blastoise, Vileplume, Politoed, Espeon and Entei were setting our sights towards our next goal, Fuchsia City's gym leader Janine. We had 2 Master Balls at this point, and honestly I was a little worried that I would need to do some grinding to get Entei up to snuff, as he was the replacement for our starter, Alan the Charizard. This worry was short-lived however, as Baller the Vileplume smashed through our Ace Cloyster and we continued forward, closer to that peak of Mount Silver where red awaited us. Fixing the power plant was our next priority, and as we secured the part we needed for this goal, we caught 2 more members for the team, Dragonair and Lapras, both woefully underleveled. Upon fixing the power plant, we had the lovely chance of swinging past old Bill's house and getting Misty back to the gym for our battle. Her ace, Stantler, was short work, and after using the Pokeflute to wake up our randomized Snorlax encounter, we were disappointed to find out that the Snorlax was actually a Ledian. We did not add Ledian to the team. Brock's gym was on the horizon as we left Diglett's cave, and his team seemed to have no rock-hard Pokemon to be seen. He did, however, have a Vaporeon. Very sus. Blaine had lost everything, yet he was about to lose one more time as his ace Corsola put up no fight, and we were heading back over the ocean to deal with Blue, the last gym we had left. Blue opened with a cheeky Houndoom that did not mess around. Rex the Blastoise slapped him back however, and Blue's ace Cyndaquil would fall, ensuring our complete domination of the Kanto region. Confused on where to go next, silly old me waltzed right back into the Elite Four gauntlet, which unfortunately cost the life of our Entei, Seamus too. Lance decided that he would bring the best team he had to our second bout, a Pichu and a Kakuna ace. Definitely a bold strategy if I do say so myself. Still having no clue on where to go, we ran into our old rival at Mount Moon, who was packing no heat, and we also caught a Pupitar, first ball for the team. After consulting the map and using Alan's dead corpse to fly around for a while, we were at the foot of Mount Silver. We had made it. I didn't really want to farm a bunch of XP and get the Pokemon up to level 75, so we just made do with our team that consisted of roughly level 50s and a Dragonair around level 37. Red, whose name was actually Performer Dudley, didn't seem phased at all to see us. He sent out his first Pokemon, a Pupitar. Once dispatched, he decided to up the ante for the next 3 Pokemon, Evasor, Wooper, and Doduo. At this point my team was feeling strong and ready to go, with only a few PP missing from our moves. That was when Dudley decided that he was going to round out the last 2 Pokemon with a bang. He sent out the legendary flying bird, Articuno. I rebutted by bringing out Big Sal the Politoed, which had my secret weapon, Perish Song. After the 3-round counter had started, I got cocky and wasted my first turn switching out Politoed. What I didn't count on was Dudley to switch their Articuno out on the last Perish Song count. Slowbro appeared. Trying to switch in Politoed had her immediately killed by Slowbro. I had no Pokemon that could stand up to Slowbro's sheer might, and the team started to fall like dominoes. Dragonair, Rex the Blastoise, Baller the Vileplume, and Mr. the Espeon all fell next. The victory slipped from my hands as the last team member, Shiny Machamp the World, stood beside me. He had been part of the team since the Lake of Rage when I first caught him as a Machoke. A smile spread across his face, his lower hands on his hips and one of his remaining hands gripping his chin as if he was deep in thought. "We did good, didn't we?" he said, to which I nodded in response. "Look, chin up kid, we ain't winning this," he shrugged. "Let's at least give them a fight to remember." He turned on a dime and ran to face down his last enemy. His arms in cross formation, he sprang up to beat down the Slowbro. Despite the name, it was Machamp himself who was actually too slow. I'll never forget his scream. Machamp's eyes sank into his head before his whole body completely exploded into red and green meaty chunks. I stood there dumbfounded as one of his stray arms knocked me out with a devastating 100-kilometer punch. The afternoon sun shone through the window and onto my hospital bed. It was over. My Johto adventure had ended, but perhaps my Kanto adventure was just beginning. Thank you for watching and sticking with this series. I hope this is a satisfying conclusion to the story. I've got a very exciting project to unveil shortly, so I figured it would be nice to start it once the other series have been concluded. I hope to see you next time, Romans and countrymen.